Ladies and gentlemen, one of the legends of hip hop is back with us today with a new project. It is So Help Me God. We got the brother 2 Chainz with a new 15-song joint. This is a great project, brother. What's happening?
Thank you. I worked hard on it all the way during quarantine. I had time to clean up, clean out, throw stuff away. Had time to think. Also use this time, obviously, to spend with the family, but also dig into my creativity bag, if I must say so. During quarantine, I think we were forced to use what we had to get what we want more than anything, right? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't really do castings. You couldn't really, borrow people's cars and all that stuff. So you had to use your own stuff, right? So when creating, I felt like that's one of the things that I add to the game is creativity and actually, marketing, my marketing ability and everything. So I found this 8th grade picture of me with these 2 chains and just
Yeah.
So people know me from being from College Park, but I didn't move to College Park until my 9th grade year. So I stayed in Decatur before then, which I don't talk about a lot, which some people may be like, damn. But this was like my 8th grade year, and I was super impressionable. Like by my 9th grade year, I was able to sit at a lunch table and attract people to my table. I knew I had like this it thing, like this like glare. I had something going on, you know what I'm saying? But like 8th grade, I was kind of following, gangsters, drug dealers. This eventually became a part of my DNA. But 8th grade, I was super impressionable. Like those chains that I had on, I bought them from the flea market. I used to catch the bus to the Atlanta flea market.
You talking about on Feel Away with Kanye West. Kanye. So I heard the song. I didn't know the names of the songs. So
Okay.
I just heard Kanye come into the record.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And, Kanye still, look, everybody got their feelings about Kanye. Kanye makes you feel some type of way on a record called Feel Away, where he's talking about some of the things that he said that has made people feel away. Y'all going, exchanging almost bar for bar, exchanging on the record, which I feel is a phenomenal way to go about it. But you as someone who is what I call an educated rapper, you know what I'm saying? Who is someone who finished with, great scholastic achievements in school, but also was in the street at the same time. How would you, as somebody who's interpreted street language for those that don't get it, but also, moved in the boardroom, started businesses, you're a father, talk about what you interpret as Kanye's alignment with something that you disagree with. You're not a Trump supporter. You didn't come out as a rapper that wanted to be aligned with that, but interpret it for us how you see Kanye's, political alignments, or even Lil Wayne for that matter. How did you interpret it when you saw it?
When I interpreted, whatever Ye or whatever Wayne did, it didn't change the way I felt about them individually because they're friends of mine.
That's right.
When I talk to Wayne, it's not always about music. When I talk to Ye, it's rarely about music. So, some people have different angles and different ways of expressing themselves, and that's due to something called individuality that we all have. You know what I'm saying? And for me, or you, we can say like, no matter what, I don't care what nobody think about us, but a piece of me kind of still have a little piece of that. I don't want them to say this about me though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's a little piece of that still. And I've came, I've leaps and boundaries is to not give a F about what nobody says or thinks. But it's always like, if you get hold of a comment that's like, man, you don't know, it's just something that might still make me like
trigger you a little bit.
Trigger, yeah. With Wayne, who I've known since early 2000s. He has been someone that's been in a bubble that has kind of been literally in his own world on some alien shit.
Yeah.
I think people thought like he was acting. Like he don't listen to like the rap life playlists or nothing. He not riding
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
doing
Nah.
that. Like this is on everything I love. Like the thing about Live and on Sundays is it probably kept him up on stuff with the you know what I mean, with some of the music, because he literally still records every single day for the past, Lord knows I don't know how long, and listen to it. That's been his thing. He gets it, listen to it, make it, still just like a perfectionist. So I have been in his presence many of times. His channel stays on ESPN.
Yeah,
So
he ain't
unless
paying attention.
somebody did something for ESPN, I don't even think he saw it. And I'm not just trying to defend anyone. Okay, boom. Kanye is just like Kanye. I can't make excuses. I can't speak for him. If you heard the Nah 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 remix, I said I'm tired of people calling me, asking me what's wrong with him. Like, this man grown. This man is a grown man, and apparently he don't care what nobody say, think, and he does what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And I've talked to Ye, man, behind the scenes 100 times. Sometimes I disagree. Sometimes I be like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, this Feel Away record was the record was called Wavy at first, and then we changed it to Feel Away because it was way more than that on the record. I trimmed the record. One, because I knew I was coming out after the election, and he was saying some stuff that probably pertained to that, and there was just some other
Right.
stuff so it was some other stuff that I didn't like. This was my song. Like I even told him before I did it, like, man, I don't know what I can say.
On the project, you sample Hall and Oates, Guy, and then you sample Hove are the samples that I heard right away.
Yeah.
Southside Hove, track 11. You know, Hove is somebody, he has created a businessman's blueprint from street to, ownership to, asset management and different businesses and things like that. But also, you're somebody that is known as you're just a smart individual who also was in the street and understood both sides, but you're also an artistic individual and very creative musically and in other ways, like our brother Hove, right? Like you care about quality, you care about craftsmanship, you care about details. Was that why you made it a point on track 11 to almost pay homage, but also talk about your story a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. When I heard the sample, it was originally going to be my intro, to be for real with you. Because of the title and just the meaning behind it, I shot the video a while back and actually even sent it to Hove, just like, you know what I mean? Just let him know, my angle and where I was coming from. But that song, I think what you said described it to a T. It's like, as somebody that I don't really have like a role model. There's some people that I admire, like how they move, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But just like a role model that I've read their books, just like studied, I don't really have. I have a array of people and personalities that I use to build up my DNA. But Hove is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, just being a very cool individual and just knowing how to move in a room full of vultures, just like he said, you know what I mean? And I don't want to compare myself to any man, because it seems like the gist of this whole conversation is individuality, right? Now I do have my own, but I'll be lying if I say it like it was some parts about the brother that I didn't study, or if I don't acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? And like one of them is just like, taking care of yourself, mentally, physically, how they moving, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, and helping people, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes helping people without needing the credit. Um, and and also real time rap, right? You know what I'm saying? Real time rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Drake is really good at that. A lot of artists are really good at that. Not just metaphors, but real. real time reality rap. You know what I mean? When Ho brings out something, it's dealing with like what he's going through in the last 6 to 8 months in a capsule and what's going on in the world. So a lot of those things I try to put into my projects as well. You know, like with quarantine, I think that's a right now thing. And then also I do want to, you know, talk about like on some of my music, you hear me talk about, you know, the funerals that I paid for and, you know, this senseless killing and, you know what I'm saying, so much is dying for no reason. So, yeah, that Southside Hole was something that I shot out the Street Runner who produced it, but it was something that I was, when I got my hands on it, before and after, I was really excited about it because I knew I was gonna step all on the track, but it's very dear to me, you know what I'm saying? I think the big homie is somebody that we all can look up to and be like, you know what I'm saying? We got to respect how he move and what he do.
Before I let you up out of here, I read rumor of you renegotiating your Def Jam deal and you know really digging in to make sure there's some, you know, the 2 Chainz music ownership and alignment is in the right hands. How's that working out for you?
So fortunately for me, when I got my deal with Def Jam, I had a lot of leverage. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the hottest people in the streets. And so when I was taking my meeting, keep in mind, when I was with Luda and Player Circle, I was with Def Jam. But when I became solo, I was just a free agent. And I ran up some relationships, I ran up some bands. And so when I started taking meetings with all these labels, my only thing that I would ask them is that I would tell them that I wanted to be an international superstar, that I felt like I had accomplished enough domestically. I mean, I've done South Dakota, North Dakota, Idaho. I've been all these places and performed for people. Montana, like people, I've been here and performed. So I went to these places and they used to talk crazy about 360 deals and I would walk out like I'm not doing that. So I was able to get my deal set up like I wanted to set up. So it was only for 4 albums. I didn't have a 5-6 album deal. So my deal was really over. My deal was really over. And my deal was over prior to Rapper go to the league, really. You know what I'm saying? And so that's when I negotiated my masters, right? And had 2 more albums to do. But when I'm negotiating, I'm already knowing what I have, and I'm not like blindly negotiating. I know good and well, like I have another project ready after this one, you know what I'm saying? And so with this one, I thought it was just gonna be an amicable split. Like I was gonna put the album out, you know what I'm saying? And me knowing I still have more in the tank. I mean, even with songs like Moneymaker, it surprised me on how it just was just so on time. HBCU, just like how God just be putting stuff on my plate like I ain't reached my pinnacle yet. I don't care what nobody say, like stuff like this keeps happening. So I was gonna, you know, just like, you know, leave and see what else God had to offer. And so, you know, they came back with a few things that was enticing, you know, and we're working on it. You know, I used to be scared, like, you know, man, maybe they won't promote my project since I'm leaving, but it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? I think if you have something for somebody to work with, like, you know what I mean? I know I have something for Apple's playlist, Spotify, Tidal, wherever they coming from. Like I have something for everybody on here. And so, you know, Def Jam has been cool. They have a lot of different musical chairs now going on. This person going on. Yeah, I don't be liking stuff like that either. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so my infrastructure. You know, I have my own machine internally, so it don't bother me that much. But I be noticing it though. Like, damn, who? Hello. Hi. You know, like so. But I do have another one with them. We'll see how it's going. But as you can hear on that Feel Away song, I was letting them know this is the last one with Def Jam, but I'm still going off. Like, you know, I'm like I'm smart enough to even know to put it on a song this big to let you know, like, hey, you know what I mean? I know
I might be a free agent. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all remember when KD was riding around here? Like, you know, didn't nobody know what KD was about to do? KD Tone. Yeah, man. So that's what that was.